I'm Ronna Steller. I'm here with Brian Gay, who is running for Registrar of Voters in East Hampton, Connecticut. So, hi, Brian. And the first thing I wanted to ask you, this is the second time you are running for Registrar of Voters in East Hampton. So, why are you doing this? And, why are you doing it as a Green?
Sure. So, yep. Well, thank you for having me tonight, Rona. And yeah, so this is my second time running. I ran 2 years ago in 2018 for Registrar of Voters, and at that time was able to get a little over 4% of the vote, which I know doesn't sound like much, but when actually looking at it overall, it was enough to win ballot access for the Greens in East Hampton, which we previously didn't have a ballot line there. East Hampton itself actually has kind of a strong tradition of third parties and independent politics. There's a town committee for the Democrats and the Republicans, like in most towns in Connecticut. But then we also have a municipal third party, actually, which is kind of unique for most towns, which is called the Chatham Party. And they had ballot access for some time and had run candidates for town council and other town offices. So they had a ballot line, but Greens didn't have a municipal ballot line in town. And rather than running on the Chatham Party line, I, as a Green, wanted to help, get us ballot lines essentially here in town, so that people have the option to vote Green if they wanted to. So as I said, that secured us ballot access in 2018. So now it's 2 years later, it's 2020, and we still have the ballot line. And there was I was happy to run again to help maintain the ballot access, because for those who are watching who don't know, but it can be a real struggle to win ballot access in the state as a minor party. You have to go through a petitioning process, which I did in 2018, but it actually was much simpler that year, which was also part of why I ran, was because due to kind of a filing mishap by the major parties in the previous election, the threshold for petitions was much more reasonable. It was very low. So I was able to secure the amount of signatures needed to get onto the ballot. And then I got a little over 4%, which secured the ballot line. And so just looking to maintain that so that if in the future someone wants to run Green for Registrar of Voters here in town, they can do so without petitioning. And also just because I'm still interested in the position. Registrars in Connecticut are intimately involved in the election process and kind of serve as the municipal agents of the Secretary of State's office in terms of overseeing the entire election and voter registration process. So they have access to the voter rolls, they maintain the voter rolls, they work with data related to voter registration and voters in the town. And I think it would be a great opportunity for me to learn more about the electoral process. And I have a background in data processing and analysis and quality assurance, so I think I'd be a good fit for it too. But yeah, so in a long-winded nutshell, that's kind of the background as to why I ran in 2018 and then why I'm running again this year.